The month of January is pretty slow in terms of revenue and sometimes even with the views. The reason for that is because people are really not interested in anything other than how they can fulfill all of their New Year resolutions. So they don't really care much about YouTube, what is going on in the world. They care only about most of the time, about their personal goals. This month, the month of January, I did not post too many videos knowing that I would not be getting paid because the advertisers, they don't pay a lot in the month of January because they already paid for the month of November and December before the holidays. So they don't really have money to pay us in the month of January. Nevertheless, this is how much I have gotten from the month of January. You can see on the screen, I have received 1.2 million views. Now, these views are all coming in the last 1 month. But if I go specifically for the month of January, I have received actually 1.3 million views. Let me actually show you right here on the screen. 1.3 million views for the month of January. Now you can see I have received I have gotten 1.6 thousand subscribers, and the money I received was $3,300, a little over $3,300. But is this in Canadian dollar or is this in US dollar? That's what I want to discuss with you, because I am Canadian, my bank account is in Canada, so that would definitely make a big difference if I receive money in Canadian dollar as opposed to US. So I'll tell you exactly about that more in a second, but let's take a look a little bit more here. So 1.3 million views, and I have received 83,000 watch hour. So 83,000 watch hours, 1,600 plus subscribers, which is not too bad. But the money that I have received for 1.3 million views is in US dollar. But wait a second, this amount of money is actually very minimum, because I want to show you something else here so that you can compare and see what I'm making in other months. So if you take a look at this screen here, you can see other months I was, for example, December I was making almost 5K. November was the big month, 6,500. Then I made 41, 42. So my average, I would say, sits around 4K US dollar every month. But the month of January, it was a disaster because, again, the revenue was less. Advertisers, they did not want to pay us because they do not have any more money, no budget for them. Now, what is interesting though is that most of my views are actually coming from live videos. I normally post once a day, but in the month of January, as I said, because of slow, low revenue, low CPM, RPM, I have decided not to post too many videos, because the more you work hard in the month of January, the less you get paid, looks like. Now, this is not the end of the story. So you might be thinking, well, you are making a lot of money. I mean, $3,300 for a side hustle is a lot of money. I mean, this is a full-time job. YouTube is not a side hustle anymore. It used to be in the past, but it is a full-time job. It's actually worse than 9 to 5, because 9 to 5, you go to work, you come home, you rest. But with this kind of work, working for YouTube, you always have to improvise, you always have to think ahead, you always have to find new topics to discuss about, and you have to always prepare your notes and all things like that. But I think the most stress come from mental work. YouTube is a mental work, guys. Don't get into YouTube because it is going to drain you out. So don't get into it. But I don't want to discourage you. If you want to pursue a career on YouTube, go for it. But I'm just giving you some warning, because a lot of people, they give up. 90%, in fact 95% of new channel, they fail because of these challenges, because of these barriers. So I have posted this many views now, this many videos. Now this amount of money is not the end of the story. Why? Because out of this $3,300, I will only receive maybe maximum $2,300. You can ask me why. Well, the reason for that is because US government, they have this tax withholding chapter 3, that's what they call it. From that, they will at least take away a huge chunk from this payment. So I would end up receiving maybe 2300 US dollar, and this is not really worth it. If you work so hard, you have to give a lot of energy, you have to put in a lot of effort, mental, physical, and you only make 2000, little over 2000 in a month. I mean, yes, other months I'm making good money, but I have to work hard too, right? I mean, other months I go crazy. It's just too much. It is too stressful. But nevertheless, $2,300 for January after tax and all that, I would say really not worth it. So I worked less. I did not create or make too many videos. But going forward, it is going to be interesting to see how much they will pay us. If they pay us good, I will continue on. If they don't pay us good, I will cut down on my video production, because it takes a lot of your time. It consumes you even before you know it. Thank you guys for joining this session. I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.